Hello and welcome to Everything is Energy. Today we're embarking on a little mini-series on time with the intention to expand our understanding of time as we know it. Briefly, time is not linear. Time is circular, and it's actually a helical rising spiral. And now bear with me on that. It's going to take me a second or third broadcast to get to that point. But I just want to let you know that's where we're headed. And now I want to start today with the place that many of us likely exist. The world today uses what's known as the Gregorian calendar. And this calendar that we keep today was not the original way that the ancients related to the cosmos and to our planet. The Gregorian calendar, that is the 12-month calendar, that we know, was adopted by Pope Gregory, I believe the 8th of the Vatican. It was a long time ago. I'll have to check that and edit the notes. But this calendar was actually the one that started us using the word calendar for date and timekeeping devices. The word calendar comes from the root word kalends, which means account book. And this is because the primary use for this Gregorian calendar was to know the dates for when to collect and pay taxes. And this calendar, with its irregular spans of months, has the effect of disconnecting us from the natural flows of Mother Nature and of the cosmos. And I just want to offer an example. The month of July, that we know it, was named after Julius Caesar. And the month of August was originally named sextile. But when Augustus Caesar saw that Julius Caesar had a month named after him, Augustus also wanted his own month, hence the month of August. And to just touch on the disheveled nature of the flow of days, when the month of sextile became named after Augustus and received the name August, at that time it only had 30 days, and the month of February had 29 days. So Augustus took a day from February, which reduced February to 28, and added it to August so that his month would have just as many days as Julius's did in July. And hopefully you can just kind of feel the happenstance and just almost a little bit of chaotic ego energy, or a lot, of how this calendar was created. So the Gregorian calendar also, when we look at our energy bodies, this is old programming that keeps humanity locked and stuck, essentially, in our lower chakras. And if you've listened to previous broadcasts, you'll know that we are on the path of ascension, which involves stepping fully into our power and fully into utilizing our entire energy body, which is so important that we include all of our upper chakras. So the lower three, just to touch briefly, are our root, our sacral, and our solar plexus. And in here, when we exist solely in this area, we live out of fear and safety and sexuality and pleasure and ego, and these are all these sorts of opiates that run us. And this old calendar very much keeps us running in this energy. The upper four, which I mentioned are the higher chakras, these are the pathway to existence beyond the physical. And this is what's imbued with the transcendent or the spiritual. So the Gregorian calendar more or less programs humanity into trading money for time, into fearing our own original thoughts, into allowing others to tell us what to think, it also encourages us to base our self-worth on the money that we earn and to tie our sexual power to the money that we have. And it tells us that we should feel selfish if we take care of ourselves and our own spiritual needs. So now is the time to remember how truly powerful we are and to access and harness the light and blessings from the earth and from the cosmos. And we're going to be doing this by remembering our relationship to time. And I'm going to introduce a timekeeping device over this series of broadcasts. So I feel the nudge to start with the ancients. And I'm going to be talking about timekeeping as 3 ancient civilizations managed to use the same baseline for their relationship to time, their relationship to the earth, their relationship to the cosmos. These civilizations are the Egyptians, the Mayans, and the Dogon tribe of Africa. And their similarity is immense. And while it's common to know that our planet rotates around the sun, our sun actually rotates around Sirius, which is also known as the dog star. Sirius is actually a central sun to our sun. And each of these 3 ancient civilizations saw Sirius and the Sirian star system, Sirius A, B, and C, as their basis for keeping time. As if they saw that it was not only our planet rotating around our sun, but that we were connected to the cosmos, and they went further out to see where our sun held its central axis. So each of these civilizations or people specifically use the rising of Sirius A on the horizon as the beginning of time. And I believe they actually saw this as the actual beginning of time, as well as the beginning of each year, as we call it now. And I'll get deeper into that in the next broadcast. But just kind of letting some of this start to sink in. Let's get to the energies of today. We're in the final days of February 2019, and we're headed into March. And you can probably feel it. February has been this time of final release, and the final days of February are the final days of this final release. So anything that is out of alignment with our higher purpose and our highest good must go. And energetically, you might feel these things that are in your life that are meant to be released. You can feel the lack of resonance or the lack of balance. And that is that sensation, that wobble, that's a sign to release. And March, well, the energies of March are already coming toward us, and hopefully you can feel that as well. March brings a healthy dose of bright, golden light. Time will be picking up speed for many of us, and we'll start to see the little seeds that we've been planting and nourishing this winter. We're going to start to see these seeds pop up, pop their heads above ground, as in popping into this 3D reality. We've been energetically cultivating and nourishing, and now we're going to start to see little inklings and signs of things actually moving in the direction that we want to create. All right, and so now I just want to lightly touch on something. I mentioned that I created a timekeeping device. I didn't create it, I'm just actually merging it. I'm merging the wisdom of ancient civilizations together, and it's called a cosmic goddess calendar. And many channels and ancients have referred to Sirius as the goddess. You might feel more comfortable with the idea of universal energy or universal field or universe, but the word goddess keeps coming through, so that's what I'm using. And it's based on all the info I've shared about the ancients and so much more. But we have these 28-day cycles, and this is something that's been used in lunar calendars throughout pretty much every civilization. And for this 28-day cycle that we're in right now, all of the energies that I've just mentioned around the closing of February and our move into March, these times are in sync with the 28-day cycle that's governed and protected by the Egyptian goddess Nekhbet. So, we're going to call in her powers to support us, to teach us, and to honor her. And before that, I just want to touch on the Egyptian pantheon, which is their body of celestial beings which served to organize the principles of humankind. And every society has something like this. The Mayan society had the 20 solar seals, which were the aspects of human personality and God personality. And Hinduism has their own set of gods and personas that make up their entire understanding of humanity and what life is about. Catholicism has their body of saints. And now I'm just sharing this hopefully to empower you to see how the wisdom and the energy of the goddess Nekhbet feels. Even if you've never heard of the Egyptian pantheon, which is their body of beings and gods, let's get started with Nekhbet. So sitting tall with a straight spine and finding a quiet, sacred space where you can close your eyes. As you breathe in through your nose, come present. And as you breathe out, release anything that's blocking you from being present. Breathing in, calling all of your awareness here, come out of the past, come out of the future, come into right now. Breathe out, release anything that's blocking you from being present. 2 more breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Again, breathing in and breathing out. And now I invite you to join me in inviting the goddess Nekhbet to join the energy of this broadcast. And we're doing so from a space of honor. Respect and honor so that she can share her wisdom and energy, and that we can learn and receive protection and healing from her. So now I invite you to invite her to join this energetic capsule of this broadcast. Nekhbet is usually represented as a vulture, or as a woman with the head of a vulture, or as a woman wearing what's known as the Atef crown, which resembles the white crown of Upper Egypt, but it's flanked by feathers, and sometimes also has ram's horns. But really it's a vulture goddess female. And she can also simply be represented by a white crown. And she is known as the goddess of the white crown. So as we invite her. Tune into the energies. Notice what you see, notice what you feel. Nekhbet was known also, in addition to being the goddess of the white crown, she was the goddess of heaven. And she was the goddess of protection of people and places. And whenever she was represented in hieroglyphs in her protected form, she took the form of a vulture and she extended one of her wings out to the front as if pointing the energies forward and the other wing down to the ground. And she was always flying above the person she was protecting. And the sound of the vulture hieroglyph invokes the words mother, prosperous, grandmother, and ruler. These are all aspects of this beautiful, majestic vulture goddess. And see if you can start to feel the energies. This is a very soft but strong energy, and there is some fierceness there, but that's almost really ancient energy, but it is there to protect. So allow her to come forward towards you. And notice if there's anything that comes to mind for your personal learning or for your life path in terms of connecting heaven and earth, in terms of feeling and knowing you are safe and protected, and in terms of being innately prosperous. Allow her energy to help your energy rise. I've spoken about this phenomenon previously as entrainment, where when we're entraining our chakras, we place certain tones that remind our energy body of its best and brightest light. So allow the energies of this goddess to lift you up and entrain you into your birthright as being connected to heaven, to the universe, and being connected to earth. And just internally, innately knowing you are always safe and protected. And this motherly, grandmotherly goddess energy is showing you energetically, and I'm just seeing this beautiful white golden light, your innate prosperity and sovereignty in your own life. The mantra that Nekhbet is offering is, I create everything in my world. I model harmony, I model integrity. I am safe and protected. Again, I create everything in my world. I model harmony, I model integrity. I am safe and protected. Feel that. Honor that. Soak that energy in. This is the wisdom and the offering of this ancient goddess, which is one aspect of the Egyptian pantheon, which descends, the energy descends from the star Sirius. And Sirius informs our sun, which gives us light and life, and she is almost harnessing and channeling even more golden white light. Feel that, soak that in. And one more time with the mantra, I create everything in my world. Speak that aloud. I model harmony. I model integrity. I am safe and protected. Wonderful. Just a little bit more time here. And now, notice what comes to mind for you as a way to offer your gratitude for her energy, her wisdom, and her presence. Maybe you simply place a hand or both over your heart. Maybe you send love and gratitude from your heart towards this goddess, Nekhbet. Wonderful. As we prepare to bring these energies to a close, first, thank you for joining and for sharing your energy. Second, as always, I will add a link where you can find more information about this goddess Nekhbet that we have met today. And on that same page, as I've mentioned, I just published a goddess cosmic calendar. So there's more information for that should you be interested. All right. Again, thank you for joining. Namaste and much love.